Ladies and gentlemen, are certainly welcome back to the channel. Keith here from Commander Hoops. If you can subscribe to the channel, it will be really appreciated. It's always an awkward topic to talk about the Green Brigade because I get labelled as a cheerleader. Sometimes I get labelled that I don't give them enough credit. And I'm just seeing it from my eyes and speaking from the heart. At the end of the day, football is nothing without the fans. We need all fans aboard to support the team during this time of bad form. During this time, let's be honest, regardless if you're in the railway section or you're up the very top of the Lisbon line stand or the Jock Stein stand, or your seat is literally the first row beside the sideline, we need everyone on board to back Brendan and the team. And at the moment, Celtic Park is not a fortress. Teams are coming and they're taking points off us. They're beating us at Celtic Park. Hearts literally were a better team the other day. Fans were leaving 60 minutes into the game. How pathetic is that? Like, we all boast up our support. Boast up our support going to Seville, like 90,000. But when it comes to helping us in the league, focus on winning this league this season, we need everyone aboard. Now, the club made the decision back in October to suspend tickets of the Green Brigade to 267 members. And I was at a game on the 1st of November against St Mirren, and the atmosphere was horrendous. Now, the boys have stood with solidarity, are not attending the home games in the stadium. And a lot of fans are feeling frustrated with the board. They feel like it's sack the board time. The board are not engaging with these ultras because the board feel like these ultras have let the club down in some aspects, down to security concerns, pyro, away games, trouble with stewards at the away games, all this malarkey. I think it's time to literally drop the shovel. Let's move on. Let's come together. Let's have the Green Brigade and the board sit down and make an agreement that they're allowed back in, because we need them back in for the derby. We really need them back in. We need them back in as soon as possible because the atmosphere is too flat. Now, for fans that go on a regular basis, I'm sure yous are feeling it. I'm sure majorities will agree. There's fans there that don't go to games. They're quick enough to slate the Green Brigade, but they don't realise what the Green Brigade do as well. They raise money for people that are in need. People that are in need. You know, these food banks, they raise 20,000 quid for aid for Palestinian people. Palestinian people during this conflict. People forget that as well, folks. So, is there quick enough to point the finger, but yet he's praised them when they do all these banners. He's praised them when you do banners that you really like and some banners they don't like. At the end of the day, let's get them back in. We need atmosphere in the stadium because majority of the fans that are in the stadium do not want to sing. They don't want to sing. It's like they just want to sit there and have that corporate Premier League vibe to it. Folks, we need you all on board. Really need you on board and back the team. If I could go to the games the weekend instead of not going home to Dublin, I would go to the games. I would try sing. You know, there's a frustrating divide at the moment with the fans. We don't need to argue with each other about ultras being in, ultras not being in. What we need is we all need to be on board as a family and back the team to get these points on the board to actually win the league. You know, fix the internal stuff so we can actually go on and actually win this league, because Celtic board are out of touch at the moment. They're out of touch with the fans. There's a lot of reasons why. People are blaming Peter Lawwell's engagement, all this malarkey. I just want to see results. I just want to see results. I just don't want us sitting here in 3 weeks' time still moaning about the board, still moaning that the Green Brigade haven't been brought back into the stadium. Look at, some fans don't like them. I can understand that. But I do like them because they bring atmosphere. They bring the atmosphere. They care about others. Some people will argue and say, well, they clearly don't if they're getting a fine on Champions League games or they're causing trouble. Every team has fans and ultras that certain people don't agree to their views, and unfortunately politics and football go hand in hand, and that's the history of Celtic Football Club. A lot of people could travel from Ireland to come over and we sing these songs of freedom, songs of the past, songs of the team, songs of our history, and that's how Celtic Football Club should be. At the end of the day, if other clubs can sing in Scotland about their history of certain things, why can we not sing about our origins, about our history. At the end of the day, let's get these fans back in. Let's get the boys back on board. Let's come together as a family and start singing like the way we used to sing. Because at the moment, it's starting to feel like, it's starting to feel like you might as well pull the banners back up at Celtic Park because the fans are not singing. Just real flat, real flat. So I'll speak to you all soon. Let me know in the comments what you feel. Hell.